dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we got another episode this week in Warframe where we go over the entire weekly reset and what to expect this week if you're playing Warframe. If you enjoy these types of videos, we do them every week, and we'll also be live on stream after this video goes up, as we do every week, so come stop by the live stream. We'll be streaming Warframe tonight and Remnant 2 tomorrow with some other Warframe creators, so definitely come stop by. Alright, so let's start with the weekly items. We'll get first the thing Teshin's got here, and we'll talk about some weekly alerts. And if you are playing Warframe this week, you got an actual pretty big day on this upcoming Thursday. We'll talk about that here in a second. So from Teshin, you got a Zaw Riven mod. Would not recommend dropping that Steel Essence on it personally. Okay, so first off, there's actually like 3 different things happening on Thursday in Warframe. One of them is going to be the new week of the 10-0 recall alerts. So you're going to have a bobblehead, an Archon reactor, and a glyph as your drops. And remember, like the Captain Vor mission this week. Shut up, Samaris. The Captain Vor mission this week, you could farm like Rivens and adapters from it with a really, really low drop rate. I wouldn't recommend farming it, but you technically could farm it. But keep in mind, if you're looking at what missions we have here, the final mission of this upcoming weekly alert, starting on the 27th, is an excavation. So that means whatever the mission ends up being, it will probably be slower than killing Captain Vor. Killing Captain Vor is like about a minute and a half. Excavation definitely takes longer than that. So it's probably not going to be anywhere near as farmable as Captain Vor. Not that you really should have been farming Captain Vor in the first place, as those drop rates were terrible. Okay, let's start with the Incarnons and stuff, and we'll talk about the rest of the stuff happening on this Thursday. So for the normal path frames, you've got Loki, Mag, and Rhino. Definitely not exactly hard frames to get. Maybe you could go for Loki, as Loki comes from like the Neptune planet. So I'd probably say go for that one. These other frames are pretty easy to get early on. So that's going to be your normal path, and you can Arcane Eruption if you level up with Loki. And on the Steel path, it should be the week 1 rotation. So okay, we have the Breton Incarnon, the Leto Incarnon, the Skana Incarnon, the Paris Incarnon, and the Kunai Incarnon. The Kunai Incarnon is the only Incarnon I don't have this week. So going over all of these, what they do. So the Breton Incarnon actually has lots of weapons that can be installed, and I use the Breton Prime, and once the Incarnon mode is activated, it becomes about a 3-meter heat AoE on hit, and it gets increased stats. We'll also have base fire damage, heat damage rather, and it's pretty powerful. I've actually used this at level 10,000 before, and it was pretty good. So as far as if I'd recommend this one, it's very similar to the Bursted Incarnon. So if you have the Bursted Incarnon, they're pretty much the exact same thing. This one just has a higher damage per bullet, but a lot less fire rate and overall ammo, and the Burst just has higher fire rate and is also purely heat. So they're very, very similar. Very simply, honestly. So moving on to the Leto Incarnon here. This one is unfortunately not the best at the end of the day. So you can put on the Leto Prime if you're a real old founder, the Leto Vandal if you have grinded Sanctuary Onslaught, or the Leto Normal if you just feel like putting on a normal one. What this one will do is it will make it when you get a headshot, it will chain, or rather, you charge it with headshots, and then when you activate the Incarnon mode, it will get punched through and ricochet, which basically means it will hit multiple enemies at a time. The unfortunate thing about the Leto Incarnon is the dual Toxicist Incarnon from week 5 is just better. It's just straight up better than this thing. And unless you're a founder with the Leto Prime, I wouldn't really recommend like going for this one immediately. Some of the higher tier evolutions can give you, big crit chance increases, but this Death Trap trigger on tier 5 is actually a tier 2 Evo on the Vasto Incarnon. So it's just really a lot I don't like about this Leto Incarnon, but if you want to get it, go for it. Another one I don't really like that much, the Skana Incarnon. This one's going to give you, actually I don't think I've ever actually used this one that much. So what it will do is stun nearby enemies when entering Incarnon mode or after a finisher attack. So basically, it doesn't really do much. When you activate the Incarnon, you'll do an AoE blind around you, and whenever you do a finisher attack, you'll do an AoE blind around you. If that's good enough to you, then go for it. Besides that, it's a pretty good stat stick. Some of these stat bumps right here are pretty nice for things like Korra, Gara, etc. So maybe go for it looking for a good stat stick, as the Prisma Skana already does have pretty good stats. Remember though, the Skana Prime is also another founder item. It's Leto Prime, Skana Prime, both founder items. Probably the best Incarnon this week, like from my experience, is the Paris Incarnon. But one of the problems is it's pretty much the exact same thing as the Dread Incarnon. If you got the Dread Incarnon last week, they are pretty much the exact same thing. It will no longer become silent, and it fires out big AoE heat arrows. And this evolution here at the end increased status chance by 60%. This makes it have ridiculously high stats. Talking like 200% crit chance, 200% status chance. Really, really powerful, but again, it's very, it's very similar to the Nataruk and the Dread Incarnon. So I'd say if you don't have any of these yet this week, go for this one. Or maybe go for the Bratton one, although, you know, we'll see. This is the last one I don't have. I don't have the kunai. There is no kunai prime for some reason, but the Mark 1 kunai and the kunai normal are options. And what this will do is it will become head-seeking projectiles and have increased multi-shots. So I'll try it out probably on stream tonight, maybe, and then maybe make a video on it later in the week. So if there was a kunai prime, I'd be recommending it a lot more. But yeah, as far as my overall recommendations this week, I'd say go for Paris Incarnon and the Bratton Incarnon. But really, you're not really missing anything too phenomenal here either way. So that's it for your Incarnons. Now let's go over the rest of the stuff happening this week. So it is confirmed by DE, the new update, the Echoes of Zeramon, I think it's called. Echoes of Deviri, something like that. Echoes of Deviri, that's what it is. That is confirmed for Thursday. The same day that Alert's coming out and the same day that Wisp Prime Access is coming out. So yeah, they're jamming all the stuff in on Thursday, guys. So if you want to get that new Wisp Prime and all that, stop by on Thursday and get it. All right, we got the Azure Archon Shard from Chipper. And for the Archon Hunt, let's see what suffering we're in for today. Sneaky Sabotage with the Deathless Challenge, complete without dying. Get 10 kills with grenades. Remove 5 Veils using the Veil Breaker. Find the hidden caches, 3 of them. Find the Gene Tags and kill 20 enemies. Yeah, that's a call mission for you. As far as the Archon Hunt, it should be the blue Archon this week, as Chipper has a blue shard. Yep, it's the Boreal Owl Archon, with the Archon Shard giving things such as armor, health, and health regen. Mission types are Exterminate, Interception, and the final boss fight. So good luck with that. Okay, so going over the Nightwave challenges. Reminder, a lot of people already are level 30, and I did get the level 30 Drifter suit. It's actually really cool, so I'd recommend getting it if you don't have it already. Okay, your Nightwave weekly challenges. Complete 3 assassination missions. Complete 12 conduits in disruption. Catch 6 rare fish on the plains of Eidolon. Pick up 8 rare mods. Complete 5 different bounties in the Orb Valis. That should count with the Prophet Taker bounty too, so you can maybe try to cheese that a little bit. And then complete 5 different nodes on the Steel Path. And then also unlock 10 different relics. That's an elite weekly to unlock 10 relics. Moving on to the store here, we got our evergreen stuff at the top. And as far as helmet, we got the Wolf Hood blueprint. That's kind of cool. We have the Citrine Calith helmet, I guess I call it. Cality helmet. You can see her rock brain right there, which always bothers me, and I don't like that helmet because of it. And yeah, some pretty good helmet choices this week, actually. We've got Energy Siphon, Pistol Scavenger, Enemy Radar, and Sniper Scavenger as far as aura mods. Must have Energy Siphon. Definitely should have as well Enemy Radar. Energy Siphon's very nice for all levels of players. As far as Mastery Fodder, we got the Pangolin Sword Blueprint, the Plasma Sword Blueprint, and the Dark Sword Blueprint. The Ceramic Dagger is not here anymore. You had your 2 weeks, okay? You had your 2 weeks to get it. As far as augment mods for PvP, we got Power of 3 for Ivara, Deceptive Bond for Loki, and Shrapnel Rounds for the Merlock. I used to like the Power of 3 for Ivara, but it's just not really worth the mod slot anymore. Alright, so let's go and take a look at the invigorations, and yeah, it's a pretty good week for Warframe. I know we had some pretty boring weeks the last couple weeks, and it's not exactly like this weekly reset is popping off, but hey, you know, maybe if you haven't gotten every Incarnon already like me, you could look into this stuff and enjoy it. Okay, so let's see what invigorations we have. Reminder, if you want to get into doing this helmet stuff back here, remove an ability from a frame, put it in another frame. This is going to require you to do the Deimos Syndicate, or Deimos Necrolisk Syndicate, and go to the open world, like level that up. Rank 5, you can get these random buffs every week, and rank 3, you can get these replacement of abilities that you can also buy in the market. Okay, let's see what I got. I got, wow, ability strength and 1,000 health for Gara. Talk about overkill. So my Gara build from a couple days ago will have 1,000 extra health and 200% extra strength. Reminder, that's an Eclipse build too, so that's nasty. What's Sevagoth got? Wow, okay, I got some good ones so far. 100% ability range for Sevagoth and immunity to status effects. Did you know that Sevagoth is getting a new augment on Thursday? I'll have a video tomorrow going over all the stuff you can expect in this new update. But yeah, one of the things is a new Sevagoth augment. Not sure what the stats will be. So big range there, gloom the whole map. And we got 1,000 armor and 250 primary damage for Nova. Okay, these have all been pretty nice. I actually have no complaints with these. Now, maybe I will replace this Sevagoth one, override it onto another frame. Let me know what you guys think. What would be better on Kalervo? Because I'm trying to do a Kalervo override video in some point soon. Would 100 extra range and immunity to status effects, or 200% ability strength and 1,000 extra health be better on Kalervo? Let me know what you think, because Kalervo's also getting his buff on Thursday too. Alright guys, that's basically it for the video. I appreciate all support. I will see you live on stream in like 20 minutes. And yeah, come stop by the stream tomorrow for the Remnant stream as well. I really appreciate all the support, and take it easy. Bye!